Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Star Wars fans, how y'all doing today? You know who I am, so let's not waste any more time. If I'm a little distracted, I'm watching the Green Bay Packers versus the Carolina Panthers game. I will do the video of that once it is completed. Hopefully it'll be very short and sweet and not be like a 5 to 15 minute video. Now, as for The Last Jedi of Star Wars, Episode 8, I went to go see it last night. Well, excuse me, yesterday morning. And my expectations with that movie is don't be good, just be great. That's all I ask. And I was satisfied with the movie. Now, I'm going to give you the final grade, the final score of this movie, where I stand on it, alright? It was released last week on the 15th. It was an early showing on December 14th, which is the day before the official release date. And it had its world premiere debut in Los Angeles, California, December 9th of this year. It grossed over $450 or $460 million. The running time is 2 hours and 33 minutes. So, greatness, stinkiness, and what on planet Jakku did y'all do to Star Wars The Last Jedi? I'm going to get the bad out the way because I don't want to spend 4 or 5 hours on it and be extra toxic like we've seen with YouTube. I mean, Toxic Tube. Boy, they're going ham, bacon, egg, and cheese on the Star Wars The Last Jedi. Even gone as far as say it's the worst film of 2017. Worse than Transformers The Last Night. That's how bad it is in people's eyes. I'm going to get to that a little bit later in the future in the video later this month because I got a little something to say to that. So, now, I didn't like how the movie treated Luke Skywalker. It felt like as if... How can I put like this? I wanted him to get off that little rock island. I mean, he had plenty of chances to get off. I mean, get into the Millennium Falcon and ride off. Especially that one part where you saw him talking to his sister, which is General Layla Organa. But it wasn't really Luke Skywalker. It was the force projection of Luke. And that's when he went to go face her son, his nephew. Now, I just didn't like it. When he died, went to go be with the one with the Force or whatever, I was just shaking my head the whole time. I was furious. I was like, that's how you're going to do him like that? Unreal, man. Anyways, General Hux and the rest of the First Order acting. It was just downright over the top, laughable, unnecessary. It was like, really? Really? I'm like, am I watching Star Wars The Last Jedi, or is it like a band of brothers in space? You know, with the World War II, with the whole... It was, like I said, it was over the top and unnecessary. The heroine shouldn't have significant less screen time. In The Force Awakens Episode 7, she had a lot of screen time. This latest movie, not so much. And that goes with Luke Skywalker. And I'm like, really? And that packing emotional punch. The critics said that this movie is emotional from start to finish. I'm sitting there thinking, really? It wasn't. It was emotional in the terms of this is the last. I mean, it's the final film, the final performance from Carrie Fisher, who passed away this month, a year ago, from a heart attack. But really, it packs an emotional punch from start to finish. That's pushing it. So, in the honorable mention is Captain Phasma. I felt that they're misusing her to the point where it's unreal. If you're not going to use her, the character right, then just don't put her in the damn movie. That's how I see it. Now, there's this one scene where, I think it was where Rey was in the Jedi training with Luke Skywalker, and it was like she falls into this dark hole, this dark cave, whatever, and you see like a bunch of illusion, these little clones of her, stretches of miles and miles away, and thinking, you know, trying to figure out who her parents are and this, that, and the third. That was a weird moment, really weird. So now the greatness. The humor is there. I have no problems with that. Good old action scenes, the lightsaber duel, the space dog fights. I mean, what can you say? I love it. It's a classic Star Wars. The soundtrack was awesome. The cast, the chemistry, the diverse. I mean, it felt real, organic. It wasn't fake and phony, shoehorned and forced like I've seen with Wonder Woman. And if you ever get me started on Spider-Man Homecoming, I will lose my mind. Okay. The plot, there were two different stories of it. And the first one is, of course, the First Order versus the Resistance. And it's about, Finn and Rose, who I love the most. Love the little tag team between Finn and Rose. Anyways, those two have to go on this planet, a little casino-like planet, whatever. Go to find a codebreaker to infiltrate the Dreadnought or Supreme Leader Snort spaceship in order to infiltrate it and disable that tracking GPS system. So, yeah. I mean, the Resistance are just getting destroyed. It's that bad. So, but they keep pounding. That's what they do. So, now the second story is about Rey finding Luke Skywalker, the Master Jedi, and want him to teach her the ways of the Force, become a Jedi Knight, but she is terrified of those powers because she can't control them. So just go watch the movie. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not the greatest movie reviewer of all time, but I'm just telling you what I see, how I feel. If I have to give a score, I've been struggling with this since yesterday. I'm going to say it like this. I like the film. It's good. It's good. Yeah, when I made the initial video, before I deleted it, I thought it was great, but not excellent. But there were some things that I did not like. So therefore, it's a 7 out of 10. So, do I think the movie's a tad bit overrated? Yeah. Especially it's 93%, and it was just, it's being hyped up to the point where it's being labeled as the best Star Wars movie since The Empire Strikes Back, or better than The Empire Strikes Back. That's where the ridiculousness comes from, and that's where the critics just get out of control. So, and with that in mind, I'll talk a little bit more about the film, a little bit of spoiler, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, and I will finish this game between the Packers and the Panthers.